What up, gamers? It's Noon here, and I am joined today by this cute little cat. Hopefully, she won't bother me too much, just the right amount. Also joined by my neighbors who are doing renovations, so hopefully, there's not too much drilling and sawing. If there is, all three of us, you, me, and the cat, are just going to have to deal with it. So, I've been doing quite poorly lately. I've had a bunch of like 1 and 3s, 2 and 3s. I had 1-7-0, which was not on stream, sadly. I mean, not on video. It was a very cool black-white aggro deck. I've been looking at 17 lands a bit, which, if you don't know, is a website that keeps stats on performance of cards. It's very useful. And is just generally a good thing to keep in the back of your mind while you're drafting. Here, I think I like the suplex. Minwu White Mage was in my black-white deck. I cast it exactly once and it got countered, which was great. Used a counter, which I then cast Crystal's Chosen, which won me that match, I believe. So I think suplex is just easily the strongest card in this pack. There's plenty of good stuff here. The Sahagin, notably, is a very solid card that I'd be really happy to take. Crystal's Chosen is really good, but double white and 5 is a bit much. I haven't played with Zidane, but seems like a strong card. I'm just happy with the suplex there, and to follow it up with a Thunder Magic. If the Thunder Magic wasn't here, I think Vane's Treachery would be the easy #1 pick, but I'd rather stay in one color here. Not that I want to commit to red necessarily, but it just means that we're way more likely to play both of our top quality removal spells if they're both in the same color, so I feel pretty good about that. Otherwise, this is a vehicle card, which is not really where you want to be in Limited. I mean, I could see this playing okay in whatever that set was, the driving one. Lionheart, solid card, Syncopate, Blitzball, Shiva, all totally playable, but for me, it is Thunder Magic, and I think it's just another Thunder Magic. Just take mono red removal, and then we'll see what like rares we rip in pack 2 and 3. I guess that's the plan. I think Omega is probably the next best card in this pack. X-Death is just a solid card. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, also very solid. Flash, 3 mana, basically kill a creature. But I prefer the hard removal and the flexibility of Thunder Magic, plus obviously staying on color. And being past a lot of this quality red from our right means that we're very likely to get more in the future, and that the person to our left is unlikely to be taking red. Okay, here is our first not easy choice. Again, we've got another Baltier and Fran, which we're not going to be taking. Summon Primal Garuda is just a 4 mana 3/3 flyer that can ping something. Ahriman is solid, but doesn't really go in the red deck. I guess maybe we just take the Red Mage's Rapier. It's a 2 mana 1/1 that gets pumped when you cast non-creature spells. But also just take the Fixing straight up. So we're very likely to want to be in blue. Though notably, we haven't been seeing much blue come from our right here. Now, let's just take the red card. It's not incredible, but there's nothing else there that I'm like fascinated by. Here, I kind of want to take the Gubu Gardener. I'm not sure that's the right pick. We are seeing a bit of green here. Gubus are just a really solid 2-drop. It goes well with red. Red-green landfall and ramp with Gubu is very solid. I think maybe Bard's Bow would be my next pick, if not for Gubu. 3 mana 3/3 with reach is totally fine. Yeah, I think I like the Gubu. And here, maybe the Geisel Greens as a follow-up. Fight On, also plausible. We haven't been seeing much quality green go around, but we haven't seen much of anything except these like 3 incredible removal spells. I think I'd like the Geisel Greens here. This is a very late Ambrosia Whiteheart. We haven't been seeing a whole lot of busted white cards go by or anything, but this is a really, really solid card. 2 mana 2/2 flash, bounce something that you own, which notably can be like a job select artifact or something like that. There's also the Brook Turret, which is not really a good match with what we've been doing. There's also Mythic Elder. I think I actually want to take that over the Ambrosia, though Ambrosia is kind of reading the signals a bit better, I guess. It's a red card, which is nice, and it just goes nicely with our many non-creature spells. Okay, now we're seeing 3 pretty solid black cards, though notably these are secretly different black decks, the Sacrifice deck and the Mill deck. None of these cards are ones that I really want to play. I guess I might take... I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really excited about any of these. I'll take the Dwarven Castle Guard in case we keep seeing more random, really quality black cards. Instead, we're seeing some quality red... Well, not quality. Rare red cards. I think it's actually a good sign for the development of the format that people are not taking these cards. Now, all 3 of these are pretty solid, though. Again, maybe I'll take the Paladin's Arms just in case white is open. Nice, no one took the Balthier and Fran, they're learning. Here, I like the Blitzball. Yeah, do I? I'd say these 3 are all kind of comparable. Let's take the on-color pseudo-removal spell here. And have really late Magitech Infantry. Okay, well, we're not playing anything else there, so I'm happy to take it. And here, yep, another Red Mage's Rapier that I'm hoping not to play. Okay, I'd say that was a pretty mediocre pack 1. We got some busted removal and nothing else. And here I'm going to take some more busted removal and nothing else. So, we've got this, like, not really a white splash. But yeah, again, if we end up seeing a whole lot of really, really solid white cards, I mean, I could, you know, take a White Mage's Staff here. Like, our green is not thrilling either. The Gupu Gardener is our best green card, which is not that good. We could take a Balam T-Rexor here, but I'm not excited about first picking that, whereas I am excited about first picking a 3rd Thunder Magic. Kefka Court Mage. When it enters or attacks, everyone discards a card, and then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. And then 8 mana, everyone sacrifices something, and it turns into a 5/7 flyer that draws you cards. I mean, it's cool. There's the drilling I was talking about. It's cool, but I don't really want it. There's a Hill Gygas, which is not an exciting pick 2. There's Prisha's Wanderings, Retrieve the Esper, Aerial Unit, Cactuar if we're going for kind of an aggro thing. I guess I like the Prisha's Wanderings. It's cornered by black mages, but it is a double black. It might just be better than the Prisha's Wanderings, but let's take the Prisha's here. Choco Seeker of Paradise. I don't think we can take this one, even though it is pretty cool. Can take the Gungaga. The white Orosite is probably the best card in this pack. Maybe I should take that. We're kind of umming and ahhing between green and white here. I would say we're kind of a similar quality, but a solid removal spell that ramps is nice. Notably, the Mysidian Elder non-creature spells and the Red Mage's Rapier non-creature spells includes artifacts, so I think that is leaning me more towards white here. Crystal's Chosen is really solid. Paladin's Arms is fine, we already have one. A couple of decent black spells here. I'm in pretty significant 2 minds here. I think about the Bard's Bow versus Crystal's Chosen. Like, I do kind of need to decide fairly soon which one I'm going for. I guess... I mean, I like the green a lot more, but I think the white cards are actually better. Here... nothing too exciting. Sandworm, maybe. It can go regardless of if we have white or green. Maybe just the Hill Gygas. For the cycling? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Here, just another Red Mage's Rapier. Okay. Let's get everything back to where it should be. Alright, looks like we're not doing green. which means we're a little short on playables, but not crazy short. We're halfway through pack 2. We'll get them. Is this a side quest play blitzball situation? It could be, honestly. It's not a card I'm thrilled to play. I mean, ideally I'd like to take the Geisel greens here, but I've just cut my green. I do think the white is stronger here. Could also take the fixing in case we want to splash a blue card, but I think I'd rather not speculate on that right now. Warrior's Sword, very solid. Happy to take that. Though maybe the Gala Cat is actually better here for the flyer. We already have 6 artifacts. Yeah, let's take the Gala Cat. Plus it meows, which is obviously a big plus. The fixing here is really solid. Very happy to take that. Another Gala Cat makes me kind of wish that I'd taken the other thing before. Wouldn't mind a Monk's Fist in this deck, but not thrilled about it. Ring of the Lucy might be okay, actually. We have a couple of quite expensive cards. And I don't think I want a second Giga Chad. Another Red Mage's Rapier is totally fine. Cloudbound Moogle is not thrilling, but is fine. Ditto, you're not alone. I'd love to pick up like 3 or 4 more Magitech Infantries. Alright, well this is just a green pack. That's crazy. Yeah, so if we'd been going more into green, we would be able to take this Gladiolus and then pass a bunch of other sick green cards and not get anything back. Like, honestly, is it worth going back to the green simply for the Gladiolus? What else am I taking here? I'm not taking side quest catch a fish, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I want to first pick the Monk's Fist. I am going to take this and regret all of my choices. Zodiac Umbral God, sure. Here I think the Slash of Light is probably the best card. Though, notably, I would like this Warrior's Sword or this Magitech Armor. They're both pretty solid. Both strong 4-mana plays. But I think the 2-mana removal is just better. We don't have that many creatures, though it also does artifacts, doesn't it? Or equipment, rather. So, yeah, we do have a lot of equipment. Alright. Magitech Infantry, slamming that. Again, look, we would have gotten so hooked up for green here. I'd also love this Freya Crescent, though in my experience they do tend to come around quite a lot. Wouldn't mind this Ishgard either. Feigns Treachery being passed. Yeah, no, I think this red-white situation is pretty solid. And here, ooh, white Auracite versus another Suplex. I'd say that's pretty close. I actually think I want the Suplex. It's cheaper, it's a single colored pip, and it exiles, well, I mean, the white Auracite technically exiles as well, but, you know, in a bad way. I would also like the Ironheart, the Lionheart, rather, not the Ironheart. I think Suplex number 2 is too good. Here, maybe the Weapons Vendor. It definitely has a place in these sorts of decks, though I think that might be a fairly easy cut when the time comes. Another Magitech Infantry is beautiful. Notably, there's a Sid here, but I think it's too late for us to pivot to that, and this isn't the kind of deck that we really want to be splashing for that in. Now, Fire Magic is not going to be too good in this deck, right? Because we've got all of these, like, 1 toughness guys. Which is a shame. I guess I could take the item shopkeep, but I don't really want to play it. I'm going to take... No. Take the item shopkeep and not feel great about it. Now, this is only creature cards, yeah. Take another Cloudbound Moogle. We're definitely not playing 2 of those. There's the Monk's Fist on the wheel. And the Warrior's Sword, nice. I'll try to find a place for the Warrior's Sword. Guess we're not playing any of these, but we're playing the Ramen more. Alright. This is quite a lot of top end here. What if we just cut these? Then, what else do we need to cut? Then I guess the Ring of the Lucy is actually way less valuable, right? If we've got no top end, that's more expensive than the ring. One more cut. I guess maybe the Mycetian Elder. It's not doing it the most in this deck. How many non-creature spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 non-creature spells. I mean, it's not bad, honestly. I still think it's probably not as good as not having it in the deck, though. What else could we cut? I'd say the Dwarven Castle Guard is maybe our worst card, or maybe You're Not Alone. But both of them are, like, pretty good. I guess You're Not Alone is maybe better in this particular deck than the Castle Guard. Alright, let's do it like that. Alrighty. 17 lands, red, white, mono removal. Let's go. I know it's not really mono removal, but we've got some solid zip zaps and blip blaps. So let's see if we can blip blap some of our OPs. Starting off with a completely reasonable 1, 2, 3. Not an exciting 1, 2, 3, but reasonable. And I'm actually going to start with the untap land here. It's kind of a bad habit that I have, but we want to be pretty aggro here. Zach Fair. Okay. Well, you know what I like doing when someone plays a Zach Fair is thunder magicking them. Before they can get a creature online. Okay, now no more lands, please, basically, for the rest of the game. I'll bet salvages, sure. Yeah, what did I just say? Alright, in for 2 damage and we're crushing. But yeah, we really need to not draw any more lands here. Okay, plane cycling is great. Okay, no plays is awesome. Alright, that is real bad. I'm just wondering, I guess I should summon a Magitech rather than play the Blitzball here. It's an enchantment, gets us board presence. Trades for a card. How many do we have? Just the one? No, we've got 2. Alright, nice. Would have been nice to get a delivery Moogle in this deck, but that's okay. But yeah, here like a red Mage's Rapier would be pretty solid. Or, yeah, I don't know. Just anything other than a land, please. Wow. Rude. Maybe I should have summoned another Magitech here, but... Wow. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should have summoned another one. Okay. Thing. All right. Fair enough. Yep, fair enough. Just nothing. 9 lands. Okay. And I guess I'll put this on the slightly larger guy. I don't think it really matters that. Except the Mysidian Elder doesn't ping, so I'd rather that became a bit harder for them to deal with. Okay, that's really annoying. It's now out of suplex range. Come on, bud, what you got? I mean, talk about mono removal, though. I mean, I guess they only had 2 removal spells, but it felt like more somehow. Alright. They're almost certainly going to have better top end than us, is the problem here. Just because we don't have any. It's not like black-white is like a crazy top end kind of situation. I mean, they could have Dion or whatever. There's quality cards in those colors, but I mean, same with us. It's possible I should put one of those Giga Chads in. Okay, well, that sucks because my suplex doesn't even deal with it. As in, it does, but it doesn't get my token back, so there's no point in doing it, unless I think that they're ramping to 9 mana here, which I do not. $11 lands that we've seen, which means there's 7 more left in our 21, so we've got about 1 in 3 chance of drawing a land. Maybe this is a 16 land deck. And maybe putting in those cyclers is a good idea. Yeah, cut 1 mountain for 1 Giga Chad, maybe? Even though it's a very expensive card, it also kind of functions as a mountain. I don't know about putting in the plain cyclers, though. Okay. Is that our 3rd one? It is. I'm keeping a land in hand because they could totally have a Heck Dice or something. Okay. Ah, that is such a nice draw here. Spung it for 4. Nice. Alright, well, we get to flip our Blitzball at least. Hopefully, assuming they don't have something awesome here, which they might. We did it. We completed our side quest and we played Blitzball. Alright. So it now has double strike, so they are dead on board if they can't clear the infantry, but presumably they can. Oh ho, let's go. Alright, I guess our top end is flipping the Blitzball. But yeah, I think I do want to make a change. Obviously we were flooding there, like there was a slightly unlikely run of lands that wasn't necessarily to do with the deck construction itself, but I think I do like putting in 1 big boy, cutting 1 mountain. That seems fine to me. course, now we're going to absolutely screw in the next next game, but you know, as Yoda once said, flood or screw, there is no curve. And you know, say what you will about Yoda, he was well informed on Magic the Gathering collectible trading card game. Alright, it's a keep. Okay, that's pretty good. Get our Rapier out there, and then next turn we can Thunder Magic whatever it is they play, or Suplex it, and smack in for 3. Okay, or we don't even have to do that. Boom. 1 damage on the board. Okay. Ignis is solid and isn't even the greatest removal target because, like, he's just a guy, you know? Like, he's just a 2-2 at this stage. Now, I could play the Weapons Vendor and smack for 1. But I think I like just keeping the board clear and getting in for a little more damage. This is only 3 to equip. Cool. I'll do that after combat. It's a cool forest. What you got, Levo? You got some decisions to make here? Another Ignis. And one of those, like, death toad thingies? What are they called? They could have the hexproof trick, maybe? I'm just going to play this and give the Gala Cat plus a bunch. Yeah, it's going to be 5-3, which sadly is not enough to flip it. Though maybe I should give it to the thing on the ground and just swing in, trade for the Ignis. Nah, let's just get him for 5 vigilance damage. I have some kind of instant here. The cat returns. She has been drinking badly and has slopped water down her front. Very cute. Okay, I don't hate seeing that, honestly. Depends if they have something to cast with it right now. I guess they can also tap things down with it. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind drawing a mountain here, so that I can suplex it. I guess I can do that anyway. See if they tap down my Gala Cat here, which they should absolutely do. Yep. Alright. let's do this and trade for their Ignis. I mean, presumably trade for their Ignis. I would if I were them. Thinking about using their tap ability, but you cannot afford it, and it does nothing for you. Oh, okay. They're taking it. I'm really happy with that. So we have removal in hand. Though admittedly we can only do 4 damage. Traveling Chocobo. You look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. So basically it makes all of your landfall double landfall. Which is very cool. That is an awesome card. Rightfully a mythic rare. But I'm not sure it's going to do a huge amount for them right here. Like, they don't have any landfall triggers, so... yeah. I'd really like to get a mountain here. That would be delightful, because then I can double Thunder Magic. Or, like, the Slash of Light would also be fine. Okay. Yeah, I think I... no, I should get rid of that Choco. I can just smack in for 5. That's good enough. Okay, nice. Nice magic damper. We can still smack in for 5, however. Do they have an airship crash here? I mean, more power to them if they do, but... of course, they get a food token. That is an advantage. Why did they exile something from their own graveyard? Their own Ignis? That's weird. Alright, so can they get rid of my Gaelic Cat this turn, is the question. They, like, probably should be able to. I mean, yeah, obviously I'm just taking the damage here. No shenanigans. Have they got an Ultima? Yep, okay, that is legitimately super fine. Yep, got him. Alright, that was a bit of a grindy game, but I felt pretty in the driver's seat that whole time, which is nice. Again, as Yoda predicted, we did screw that game, but I don't think it was a bad call to change our land distribution. I think that was fine. I know this isn't really how it works, but we didn't draw the Giga Chad, which would have been the thing that would have been the other land, so it's not like... whatever, I don't know. I mean, as I say, that's not how shuffling works, but, like, I think it's a pretty reasonable cope. And we could cast everything. We just couldn't double spell because we missed out on mountains. Ooh, this, I think, is going to have to be a mulligan, though. No red source there, and that is a happy keep. I think I'm going to get rid of the weapons vendor here. Ooh, am I? It's actually pretty close between the weapons vendor and the warrior's sword. Yeah, no, let's keep the sword. It's just a better card. Cool. playing this pre-combat so that we get in for an extra damage, and hopefully to fill them with fear. Okay, so again. Playing this and not attacking. Dragoon's Weapon, sure. And let's just play our most expensive spell here. Now I wish I had that, what's it called? Weapons Vendor. We can shuffle with the Magitech. Okay, that's a good one. Are they going to attack with the Sahagin, though, is the question. And are we going to draw any of our removal, I would say, is the other question. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it to one of the Magitechs, and then... maybe that was a mistake. Maybe... because I was thinking if I swing with that, then... they can block it, but and trade with the Sahagin, but I'm happy just attacking like this. I should have put the 6 on it. Yes, they'll double block here. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Very happy to take out the Sahagin there. They could have double blocked with the other 2 creatures. I guess maybe they were worried about me having a trick there, but... yeah. Go and attack with everything. Zidane. Very nice. There's the Giga Chad. How much is this to equip for? Sure. I mean, Zidane's kind of done its work now, right? It's only when it enters, so it's now just a 3-3. So I think that's a pretty good trade for them. Keeps the board clear. Keeps the life total high. Look, we're in a interesting spot here. I'd say it's kind of close, all things considered. Girlfriend of Freet is bad for us. Just a very solid common. Suplex A. I think I want to cycle, play the mountain, play the Gaelic hat. We can take a little bit more damage, it's not the end of the world. Do I want to attack here? I guess not. I need to keep my stuff back, so... nice. Nice value discard of the Dreams of Laguna. That's awesome. Yep. Alright. We are officially in trouble. Take 6, nothing on the board. We got a pump spell here. Nope. I mean, it ain't nothing. But it looks like we have lost this one. Yeah. And we just have no outs here, sadly. I'll see what we draw, but of course it will be a land. Yeah. Nice. I mean, they're doing it. Hey, what did I say? Lands, am I right? That's alright. It was a rough start. I think we did okay. I probably made some questionable attacks there. Yeah, not 100% about that game. I think I made some mistakes, but I think we probably would have lost anyway. So, that is alright. I mean, it's not good, but it's alright. The cat is very adorably asleep, curled in my lap around my earphone cords. So I can't lean back very far. I am bad at naming things. I would disagree. I think you've done a fabulous job there, my friend. Alright, that looks like a pretty solid keep. Boo Gardener, one of us. Gigantode. Be cooler if you didn't. Summon Titan. Wow, they're just doing it, hey? Except they're playing Lucas Stadium for some reason. Okay, now I am going to swing with everything. Because we can +4/+4 if they block with their Titan. And it must be super sus here. Yeah, and with good cause. Do I want to cycle my Giga Chad here? I guess not. We're pretty close to being able to play it. And we've got the mountains that we need. Rude. Okay, Suplex is nice, but that is not an artifact. +X and trample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Be 14. So we can just survive. Assuming that they put it on the Gigantode, which means we do actually need to get rid of the Gubu here. Because otherwise they could attack and get in for an extra point of damage and we would die. Assuming I've done my maths here. Yeah, 14. I mean, we can just do it this way, I guess. And take 12, go to 1. Obviously, we're in a bad spot. very bad spot. So I can play the Giga Chad or the Warrior's Sword, and neither of them do anything. Right? That's a shame. We really got run over that game. That time I don't think I made any big mistakes. I think they just sort of romped us. Oh, I went to look at that battlefield. Yeah. What was it? Gubu, Gigantode, Summon Titan. We were just, like, not able to keep up there at all. That is, you know, unfortunate, but fine. We didn't even really have any removal in our deck that could deal with that, right? Because the Suplex is like a 3 damage. The Lightning Bolt is a 4 damage. Well, not Lightning Bolt, whatever it's called. Thunder Magic. So I guess if we'd had Thunder Magic on like the one turn before they got all of their lands, we could have zapped their Toad and then they would have been in a much worse situation. Alright, that's an excellent hand, especially on the play here. Up against Tommaso Buccietta. Reckon that French. Again, playing this, keep wanting to say pre-flop, pre-combat, so that I can get the extra point of damage in with the Magitech. Black Mage's Rod, sure. I think I'm just gonna go right ahead and get rid of that now. And again, playing this before combat to get in for an extra 2 damage. Boom. Swing for 7. Snowvilliers. Now again, I'm playing this pre-combat because I'm going to play You're Not Alone, and I want to ping them for an extra 1 damage here. Actually, wait. How dead are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I guess I'd rather just get them off board. Yeah. Looks like it didn't matter where we cast that. In the end, they were off it. Well, that was nice. That was a nice turn 4 win. That's a nice Boros aggro nonsense smack 'em, rock 'em, sock 'em kind of win. I've said it a few times. I think the aggro in this format actually is just the fast end of mid-range. Like, I feel like there's some famous Magic saying about, like, in Limited, there is no aggro or control. There's just different types of mid-range. Which, yeah, sure. But I think that is even more true. Well, no, I don't think that's more true in this set. I think specifically it's that aggro is mid-range. The control is still control. Hit him with the hello. Hit him with the Magitech. Hit him with the pre-flop rapier, pre-combat rapier, whatever. The Thief's Knife. Don't really want them drawing a card here, and I don't really want to trade my Magitech infantry, so I guess I'm not attacking. So now if they block to trade, I will summon a Magitech, but instead I will just play the Warrior's Sword. Which is a shame, because that's like, yeah, 3-ish damage that we missed out on there, but it's okay. Rahatia. Whenever one or more other creatures or artifacts you control die, draw a card. Okay, well, this is going to be a little rough for them. And I believe they are dead. Nice. You know, losing feels bad, but winning, I realize this is a mind-blowing idea. Feels pretty good. Alright. We're at 4 and 2. Can we get one more for that positive return? That would be very nice if we could. Yeah. CMD. CMD's nuts. Ooh. I guess I'm keeping here. It's a bit sussy bucker, but we're on the draw for some more plays, including, ideally, a red land. Against Sahagin. Do not like to see that at all. Yeah, we may just be screwed here. I'm not sure about this keep. All white mana. I mean, yeah. Got 9 red sources in the deck, maybe 8. Okay. Of course I will take the damage here. Do I want to get in for 2 here? I guess so. I'd say that's kind of close, actually. Because we can't block the Sahagin if they attack, but then we can get in for... Like, we're kind of winning the race, assuming that they don't interact, which obviously they will, because they're a red-blue deck that now has 4 mana. Got ward, so they cannot eject it. They could ice magic it, which I would prefer that they did not. Safer Almasi. Yeah, yikes. Alright, well, we're pretty boned here. Okay, that helps a little. Not actually that much. Now, Weapons Vendor is the... it draws us a card as well. Yeah. We can't double spell anyway, so yeah, let's play the 2/2. It's not the most exciting thing, but I think it's a good idea. So here, if just one of them attacks, I think I'm triple blocking. They're running into all the open mana is pretty rough. Now, this is an instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less, so they do have one of those, and it would be a real disaster if they got to cast it for free. Now, the Sahagin pre-combat is kind of nice, actually. Okay. That's fine. Guess I'm just chumping. Can't let them cast that combat tutorial for free. Yeah, we're in a really bad spot here. Don't get me wrong. Ironically, the best part of the weapons vendor still functions fine here. I guess it makes sense that that was the best place to put it in that particular situation. I was going to say, if we can gum up the ground a bit, we might be in a decent spot, but we can't gum up the ground a bit because of their Sahagins. So we're taking 6 here. They should just attack with one of them, of course. I am not optimistic about our chances in this game. It's a shame, because I feel like we could have done, you know, gone one better here. Yeah, okay, that's wrong. Yep, now they're reading Safer Almasi. They're multiplying 3 by 2. They're not! What the hell is wrong with them? That's crazy. That's absolutely wrong. Alright. I think, like, all I've got is playing to the board here and hoping they don't have 4... I mean, they do have 4 mana spells. We're like, are we Dobbs? We're super close to it. I've literally got 2 4+ mana spells in hand. Come on, CMD. Knock him out. Yep. Yeah, just attack with the 1. That is the correct... Yeah, nice. It's 1 extra point of damage. There's nothing here, right? I can side quest play Blitzball the Gaelic Hat, flip the Gaelic Hat. I mean, flip the side quest. Tell you what, let's play this. There's basically no way that anything can happen here, right? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Like I can clean up their board a bit and then die to the Sahagin anyway. Oh well. I just figured an Alpha Strike there, you know. It's possible that they mess up somehow. I don't think I could push 18 damage, but if they'd just been like, I just blocked one thing, we might have been close, or like the Rapier. I guess I could have done some extra damage with the Rapier, moving it onto the Flyer. But anyway, well, look, I thought that was a cool deck. I think we did okay. That's my best run for a few days. I'm happy to have caught that on video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.